2, 1.
This is
I'm sorry. I've got the countdown.
Gentlemen, children
didn't get a countdown.
of all ages, boys and girls. Bing, bang, bang. No Bangers, episode 32. Bing, bang, bang.
Trying to harmonize, but I don't know what you're going to say next.
That's going to be crazy for people when they turn this on. I'm joined by the illustrious co-host, Mr. Rod from Picking and Punching Cards, who forgot how to count down from 10. Cary from American Arbitrage Cards. And
I can count to 10. I can count to 10.
From Over the Years Sports. And this is No Bangers Sports Card Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on dibditcards.com. We also have memberships, and I think that's everything else I can
shout
share
out
for now.
Spotifyers.
Oh yeah, shout out to the
Spotifyers.
Spotifyers are in the house. If you're listening, we love y'all. Shout out to the Spotifyers.
Tim, you literally had a mental breakdown there. I usually give Tim a countdown to 10, from 10, 9, 8, all the way down, and then I hit the button. My brain just malfunctioned to hit the record button, then started counting down. I'm like, oh crap, we're live.
Yeah, so it just kind of happened. So and I'm only 9 subscribers away from 3,000 on Over the Years Sports. So if you guys aren't already over there, give me a favor and go check us out.
We are back home, back in the groove of things now. I mean,
I'm not back in the groove of things yet.
You're not in the back.
Definitely not back in the groove of things.
No, but I will tell you, I finally finished organizing all of my sports cards from the show. You want to know the craziest thing is National being at the baseball trade deadline and having to come back to 1, 2, 3, 4 row boxes of cards and have to figure out which prospects got traded from which team to another team. Like there's guys like James Tibbs, who was a San Francisco Giant when I left, and by the time I got back home, he was a Boston Red Sox, and now he's a Los Angeles Dodgers. By the time, I'm like switching him around like 3 different times. So I went through and I looked at all the transactions that happened while I was gone, and then moved all my players over. It wasn't that bad. It was probably about 15 guys or so that I had to move around a couple of times. So I got that done, and then yesterday I photographed all the cards I'm going to list, which I think came out to a total of 85 cards. So it's kind of crazy to think about. Well, I did sell a couple of high-end cards already from the trip. When I say high-end, I mean, the $75 range. And so I only listed 85 cards. And out of those 85, I'd say 40 of those were probably from the boxes of On It that I opened. But yeah, I got 85 cards listed yesterday, and I'm started transferring them over to Dibdit Cards this morning. I'm about halfway through, so keep an eye out.
I've been working on posting more of like my bigger. For me, a bigger card is like $10 on up or whatever, like onto Dibdit Cards. The one issue I have with like organizing post national with my cards, which I did, is I just keep buying is my problem. Like I went ham at K&T like 3 days later, and then I just went to Space Coast here in Cape Canaveral in Florida, and I swear I had that show. I did better than like some of the days at the National, as far as just finding deals and cool stuff.
It's interesting because we talk about that a little bit, about the difference between like the National. We talked about that last episode about the National and like your local card shows. I actually didn't go to any card shows this weekend. I've been doing a lot of stuff with the family since coming back because you're gone on the road for so long. So like we took the baby to sushi dinner restaurant, revolving sushi bar.
Did he love all the motion and everything?
And Camden's just like sitting there like watching like the plates of sushi come by, and he's just like trying his best to reach for it.
I love it.
So yeah, so he loved it. I mean, they had like the crazy music going and the lights and everything, so that was pretty cool. And then my nephew, Josie's brother's son, his 3rd birthday was on Saturday. Birthday party, and went to this like insane like indoor like arena for kids. So it's like Ninja Warrior for kids, right? They have all these different types of like obstacle courses, and then they have. So I was playing indoor soccer, and you're not allowed to wear shoes. And at that moment, I realized after like 3 goals that at 41 years old, I'm no longer an elite athlete.
Well, I could tell you at 18, you were no longer an elite athlete. At 15, you were no longer an elite athlete. At
So-
12,
Do they still have, are ball pits still a thing? Like, do they still have these janky slides that we just
ball
go into?
pits, no real
What
ball
happened
pits.
to ball pits?
I
Can
don't
we
know.
at least get them for us? Can they make
Diseased.
adult? Well, yeah.
That's what happened to them. How do you clean a ball pit? You don't.
You
just
don't.
have a
I know.
cesspool of
We drink
disease.
out of water hoses, man. Right? Is that what millennials did? I don't remember.
Oh, we left a baby at home. We're like all them kids running around. Like, have you ever seen the guy like on TikTok or Instagram? He's got like the glasses, and he's like, he does
His
those.
name's
like,
him?
No, he does those shorts where like he's like, about kids, and then like it shows him, and he's like looking like this, and then it shows like a kid like eating dirt, and then he's like this, and then it shows like a kid like putting his foot in his mouth. You never seen that guy before?
Nope.
Oh my
Nope.
God, it's fantastic.
I-
He does it like when he goes to the gym. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go work out at the gym. And then he like goes like this, and he sees like somebody like hanging from the dumbbell with like one arm, like with their leg like lifting something else. And it's like all types of weird stuff you see at a gym. It's great.
It's like
great
weird
content.
rod exercises.
Yeah, weird rod
The
exercise.
scoundrel
that's
method
what
or whatever.
Yeah. So I have a big issue, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys this until right now. You guys were talking about your post-national. I had a stack of cards I brought to the National to try to sell to dealers. All my Bobby Witts, my Vladimir to number to 50. I cannot find them.
What?
There's a stack
my
like this.
gosh.
We're talking like thousands of dollars worth of cards. By any chance, did you check the drawers in the hotel when we went to leave? By any chance, did either of you guys check like the drawers to see everything was taken
I
out of the
didn't.
hotel?
Tim's probably
I
the
didn't
one
check
who
the
would've.
drawers
Oh,
because
no,
I didn't have
because
anything in the drawers. I never
I
used the
stuck my
drawers in a hotel.
I stuck my stuff in the drawers, all my boxes and all that stuff. So I almost positive I brought them home. I just don't know where I put them. So
This is what
like,
happens with case buying people. They just
Yeah.
don't
There's still
remember
all my
thousands of
boxes.
dollars worth of cards. Really?
Tim wrapped up my boxes in like bubble wrap. They're all sitting here, so like they gotta be here. I haven't gone through all my stuff yet for the National because I was dealing with a medical issue. I had kidney stone and stuff like that. So when I got back, I was still dealing with that. That wasn't fully taken care of. Now it's good to go now. And I was supposed to get surgery, so I had all this other stuff going on. And like I went to start looking for my stuff, and I'm like, I'm missing a big stack. I have my Tom Brady rookie. I have my other stuff. I don't have my Bobby Witts. I don't have my other stuff. So like, yeah, I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
got to
you'd
look
say.
through what's left of the pile of stuff, man.
Yeah, well, I
Probably
have a
in
whole,
there.
yeah, it's probably around here someplace. I'm that guy who just puts. I'm an organized chaos. Where like you look.
I couldn't
there,
find that
but-
slab I got from Courtyard, like the free slab everybody was getting. I had no clue where it was, and then Dawn gave me a box to work our live with because I have empty boxes that I'll use for lives so I can organize them because I was doing it on my own yesterday, and it was in that box just randomly. So I don't know. Dawn must have found it and put it in.
Maybe
a
it's
random
in
box.
the VCR
VCR.
of that TV.
Oh, the TV.
You never,
The hotel
you never used
TV.
to stash things in your VCR.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Then that type of stuff we probably should be
guys.
talking on here. What
Yeah,
stuff
you guys.
Yeah, so
I grew up in
Tim,
Utah. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well,
What
my
kind of stuff
sister
you-
once put an egg roll in the VCR.
an egg roll. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Weird things to do as a kid. My brother stuck a Lego up his nose when we were kids. And I went to the
My
hospital.
sister stuck a pearl up her nose.
Dude, the funny thing is, we took him to the hospital, and they said they're going to have to like do surgery, get it out, and then he sneezed right on the doctor, and it popped right out, in the ER. It was like the best thing ever. So, but yeah, well, this is very fun fun content for our viewers here.
People
but
love this. I think this is why people show up to this podcast. It's we will say what we really feel and think.
Yeah,
I just thought they had nothing better to do with their life, right?
That's all Tim thinks about is dibditcards.
Dibdit Cards. Anything
Shout
going
out
on?
to Rod. Rod killed it with Gary V.
Bro,
Yeah, dude, you did good. You should get into hard-hitting journalism. Is Inside Edition still around? You should do that.
Gary V did tell me I should do that. I did hit him with a hard question there. If you guys did not know, we had Gary V on Dibdit Friends. Oh my god.
Dibdit friends.
Dibdit Cards.
We should just have a friends one where we don't sell
Dibdit
anything. We
Friends.
just
Don't say
talk.
it. We
on
just talk.
Sell
Dibdit
friendships.
Friends. It'll
called
be a
the No Bingers
Dibdit 9
podcast,
now
man.
instead of a Dibdit 8.
It's called the No Bangers Podcast. We just sit here. We don't sell anything. We just talk.
Listen, I'll tell you this. I'm kind of shocked at how. I guess maybe I'm not shocked because I knew this going into this, and there's a lot of people that don't like Gary V.
Dude.
Yeah, so it's funny that
Gary
you say
put
that.
out a short. I forgot what.
Every single comment in the short was like, everyone was negative. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get that. I mean, feel what you want, but it's just there's a
So
lot of that.
it's funny you said that because that's something I noticed probably going back 3 to 6 months ago. Because all three of us are big Gary Vee fans, and we like what he did. I've been following Gary Vee for years. I'm talking like
He's the
very,
reason
very
I
long
started
time.
social media. I kept hearing him go, just start,
Yeah.
just start. Yeah, and I did.
Part of the reason why I quit my job to go full time in reselling, and like I was, and Tim's big follower and big supporter. But it's funny is because I think a big portion is because he was doing the NFTs. A lot of people still to this day, a lot of people have negative things to say of NFTs. They don't understand the concept behind NFT, where it's about the blockchain. Okay, that's what it's about. So it's about
the fungible part of it, right?
Yes, correct.
It's non-fungible.
Yes.
And as soon as I understand what that means, I might be good at them. I don't know what that means.
Right? But then he was talking about all the sports card stuff he was doing stuff like that, and he even came out and said he goes, I had to stop talking about sports cards because I didn't want people to think I was pumping and dumping. Because if you look on my eBay stuff, I'm just buying to collect for my collection. And a lot of people, then he stopped doing that. So people are like, oh, you're just trying to pump and dump. That's why you're talking about all that stuff. And then he moved into do V friends, and then people are like, what are V friends? And even people comment on my post like, oh, it's such a pump and dump. I'm like, if you actually know the background, it's not a pump and dump. It's been around for almost 5 years. He had a deal with Mattel. He had a long-term relationship with Topps. He's made a comic book line. He's made a Saturday morning cartoon, which he has on YouTube, which has 25,000 subs. Like, he's building out a brand over time.
Just think about the money it takes, like to do what he's doing, and even with all the money and the social media he has, and the acumen he has, it's still going to be tough sledding to build it up to what he wants it to be. No matter how you shape it up. So you got to believe in something, because there's better ways he could spend his money. There's better investments probably. I would think that he could do to make money if that's his ultimate goal.
Yeah, like investing in dibditcards.com.
It's something he could do.
We need angel investors. That is true.
But I mean, at the end of the day, let's think about this. Gary Vee probably is getting, I'm assuming, probably $250,000 a speaking appearance. He spent 20 minutes on Dibdit Cards talking to us about V Friends, which we're going to do a live break selling packs of cards off. Where's the ROI in that? There's no ROI in that. Like, he's literally building a brand. That's the whole thing behind it. But I will say I was surprised. We went through almost a half a case. Surprised. That's how.
I like that word.
Yeah, surprised.
We went through almost a half a case of V Friends cards that week, and I was shocked. I mean, the audience loved them.
Monster cards, though.
Dude, I hit multiple $500 plus cards. The sketch card, I hit out of 5 Gusty Gecko. What else I hit? I hit a manga Black Cat. Yeah, so like, but there's something else we hit too.
It's like the manga to get, right? Would be the very
Black Cat.
Black Cat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of good stuff, but I mean, the audience loved it, and he was very supportive. And we had some crazy news that he talked about that he didn't talk about, but I kind of got it out of him that he's been talking with WWE, had a meeting with Nick Khan, who is the CEO of WWE, met with Triple H, and there may be some inner workings with V Friends and WWE in the future. I would not be surprised when I say this to see a team up between Gary Vee and Garbage Pail Kids, because they're both.
I mean, you could just think of it this way. I mean, he is in the Topps universe with his product.
Yeah.
WWE is in the Topps universe. I mean, like it's possible to see a lot of collab stuff happening. I mean, there's collab stuff happening between major sports and Garbage Pail Kids.
Major League Baseball.
Why couldn't they have? I mean, Curry's already doing it. That's through Canvas Marketing, I believe. But Curry's already doing it with Gary Vee. So
baseball had a collab with Garbage Pail Kids. Those inserts are awesome, by the way.
Those are amazing. It's a great idea. That was a brilliant like collab. Just like put baseball players as the characters. Brilliant.
I wish. Would you buy a series that they just released? Major League Baseball released a Garbage Pail Kids.
1,000%.
They were inserts. They were inserts. They weren't actually like an actual like.
If you give me a 200 card checklist,
no.
give me autos.
They put out one, I believe, that was a collab.
Was it like at stores or was it online exclusive?
No, I don't remember if it was online exclusive or not, but I remember people adding it to breaks. The ones that you're thinking about, the inserts, are the super short prints in Bowman.
Yeah.
No, they put out like a series, I believe, because I remember I had
back in 2023, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, they're cool. I'm looking them up right now. 2000. Yeah, there's a bunch that looks like they did. Okay. I would like to see them bring him back.
That's
man.
a big thing happening, like these crossovers. It's happening a lot with toys, if you've noticed. Like Stranger Things is collabed
Mattel.
with He-Man and Mattel, so there's like the Vecna and He-Man like duels. Like I've seen some of that similar. I think that's what it is, but there's a whole bunch of cool collabs out there. It's fascinating.
The WWE did a collab with Masters of the Universe. They did a collab with Ninja Turtles. They did a collab with I can't think of the other one, but they had all these old like guys from like the Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, stuff like that. And they made them, like Ninja Turtles. Roddy Piper as one of the Ninja Turtles. Like it was pretty cool. Like,
Mattel basically, if we're being honest, Mattel is just making toys for adults for us now. Because I feel like kids are just on iPads, right? Like so they're just making toys that 40-year-olds will go buy when they're shopping for groceries.
So what we're talking about releases, right?
Yeah.
So Topps Finest Baseball recently came out.
Oh yeah.
Rod, what did you say that they were coming out at? So reselling on the secondary market?
Yeah, so I reselling as of today, I think they're selling for like $370 a box, and cases are going for like $3,200. Not that I know anything about buying cases. That's what I heard. Allegedly, that's what I heard. All right, so like
I've never once thought about a case price really. From Topps
well, I think about it a lot. Surprisingly, I don't I don't know why, but you just never know. But why is so Tim? Why is Topps Finest? Why is there such a big demand for it compared to all the other products right now?
Well, I will tell you that it looks like this is what I'm trying to look up right now because the checklist of Topps Finest is really interesting because you can get guys that have their rookie cards in there that don't have rookie cards yet in any other product. Okay. So I'm pretty sure Nick Kurtz has a rookie card in Topps Finest. So imagine the Athletics right now have a rookie. Jacob Wilson and Nick Kurtz both have rookie cards in that set. So that team probably sells for insane money in a break.
How does baseball determine what set to put the rookies in? Because they release so many different products, from Chrome to Bowman to Topps Finest updates.
Well, see, baseball's funny because like you can play a certain amount of games right at the end of the year. And depending upon the amount of plate appearances you have, next year you'll be considered a rookie.
Okay.
So it all depends on the amount of plate appearances you have, right? Dude, Nick Kurtz base common Topps Finest rookie card is selling for $10.
Does that hurt Tim the hype of his flagship rookie next year then if he's had it in a different product the year before? Because I know flagship is always like the base rookie to get, right?
Well, I would imagine that he has his rookie in update.
But would it decrease the hype since it came out first in Finest?
No, because I think for hardcore collectors, flagship is like that Chrome rookie is the thing, right? But like right now, like you can sell, if you can get Nick Kurtz or the Athletics on a break, you can flip those cards, bro. They're going for insane money right now. His stuff out of Topps Finest is crazy. Out of 20, well, that's an undersell right there. Like, I mean, out of 20, sold for $345. Out of 25, sold for $300. Out of 75, green, sold for $130.
Wow.
So, like, his stuff is doing crazy numbers. But that's the thing
who's buying this stuff? It's got to be fans, right?
Yeah.
Is there a foreseeable world where, I mean, and we're speculating at this point, so don't take this as financial advice, but is there a foreseeable world where there's any chance that's worth $130 in a year?
I would think so because I mean,
you'd have to have 70 home runs, right?
It's either going to be him or Jacob Wilson that wins Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, but this time next year, people are worried about the people getting called up next year, not worried about who was hot last year.
People who
Ellie
are
De La Cruz is still playing well, isn't he?
Yeah.
And people don't care as much, right?
I mean, he still gets a lot of love. But, okay, here's another guy. Drake Baldwin for the Atlanta Braves has a rookie card in that set. Drake Baldwin, this is where stuff kind of gets interesting.
Wasn't he in Series 2?
No.
Or was it short prints? Or I swear I've seen this stuff.
No, Drake Baldwin only had his first Bowman was an auto only. So he doesn't have I don't think he has a regular first Bowman. Then his only other card was in like Bowman Platinum and maybe Pro Debut. So like he's in one of those weird spaces where his card in Top Finance is probably going for crazy money right now. So he has a rookie card in there. There's a few other players, that have rookie cards that didn't have rookie cards yet. I know Caleb Durbin, Christian Campbell has a rookie card, and his rookie card was short printed in the Series 1. And then you have Matt Shaw has a rookie card also. So a lot of the guys who were short printed will have rookie cards now.
How are the prices on those short print ones? Because I know at first they were going between like 40 and like $70, $90. So
I don't know. Baseball is weird sometimes. Like, especially with like paper, that stuff kind of just like dies down really fast. But I mean, like in variations, like especially like Cary will tell you this, like the variations we find like in the bargain box of like Eddie Murray or Dennis Eckersley, right? Like those should have value. Yeah. But they only sell for like $2 to $3 most of the time. Yeah. The difference is Flagship does like super short prints. So it's like a third image variation. That's the one that really like gets like crazy money.
Oh, so right here it says that it is 1 in 1693 packs. 1,693 packs. Is that correct for the short print, the Christian Campbell?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And you pulled one out of a pack.
Yep. Out of
doing a break on Dibdit Cards.
A break on dibditcards.com. So yeah. So that's an interesting one. And then you guys saw the ping pong ball card?
Yes.
That's insane. That's an insane card.
Because we talked about that like on the first episode, I think.
Dude, what thickness of top loader do we get for that?
You don't.
700 point?
700 point? Do we just wrap it in saran wrap? How do we protect it?
It just goes to show you where the hobby's at. 90% of the comments on that were, how am I going to grade this at PSA?
I mean, that's a legit concern, though, man. If you look at the PSA,
is it a legit concern?
Yes. Well,
why is it a concern?
But here's the thing:
why do we need to grade it?
I'll tell you why. So, 2 reasons. One is for monetary value, but the second thing is, even if the cards I collect for my PC, I would like to get them graded because I know they're going to be in a protective case. They're going to have an extra thing of protection on them, and if I do eventually want to sell my cards down the line, they already have some type of numeric value to them, which makes people easy to look up comps and stuff like that online.
How many ping pong ball cards are there? There's just one.
Yeah, well, depends if you go to Thailand and you see the ping pong show, you get a lot of them. So
that's
depends.
True. That is true.
That one went over my head. I don't know anything about that.
Go to Thailand.
Google it after, guys. Go ahead, Google that when you have time.
Shout out to the Spotifyers Googling right now.
Yes.
I think it's awesome though. I mean, I thought it was a great idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't realize it was gonna be 3-dimensional like that. I was thinking in my mind more like, do you ever seen like Flawless? Pieces? Like Flawless, where they have like the shoe, like the bottom of the cleat and stuff like that in there, like the bat knob.
The same thing.
Or maybe they were just going to do part of the dome, but not on the other. No, I like that they put the whole.
I thought they were going to cut it in half.
There.
Yeah, I was like Tim. I thought they were going to cut it in half and half one side, half the other.
This is the crazy part, though, is I have no idea what product that's in.
That's a good point because me and you had that conversation when you sent it. I was like, "Hey, what is that going to be?" And you're like, "I don't know. Could it be in the Chrome
because
update?"
It's 2024 draft. The one that they showed was Chase Burns 2024 draft, which is
does a ping pong ball show up in a CT scan?
I would imagine.
I would assume so. I'm assuming yes. That's another conversation for another day. But talk about crazy things, man. Did you guys see the prices of what Caitlyn Clark and the Michael Jordan Kobe cards have gone for now? Has this hobby lost its freaking mind?
I don't think they lost its mind on the Jordan Kobe. That's an amazing card.
So you think they lost their mind on the Caitlyn Clark one that sold for $660,000? Is that what you thought they lost their mind on?
What, the Caitlyn Clark card?
Yeah. Well, you said you didn't think they lost their mind on the Joby one.
No, I mean, Caitlyn Clark stuff is interesting to me because if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, be honest.
She's had a down year. She's not even close to like. And Angel Reese is pretty much out for the year, I think, too. Like, why are we not talking about Paige more? Isn't Paige like she's got to be the face of the W? I'm not the face. Let me rephrase that but she is the difference between Paige coming into the WNBA this year and Caitlyn Clark coming into the WNBA last year is night and day. The WNBA players love Paige. I don't think they hated Caitlyn Clark. I don't want people to get that twisted. But, like, it was more like a welcome to the league, you know what I'm saying, sort of thing. But, like, Paige is balling out.
So is this go back to what we always say? Is it because of the hype of Caitlin Clark in college? I mean, Caitlin Clark did break Pete Marinovich's record for most points scored in college basketball. So was it just the hype coming off it that gave her the boost, or what is it? What's the difference between the two? Cary, do you have any idea?
I mean, what's the difference between, like, I just think of it as like the 1980s basketball when Michael Jordan, I mean, there were so many players before, like Magic, Larry, and all the people in the 70s and 60s, but Michael Jordan kind of like, it feels like he propelled the NBA to like a new stratosphere, right? And he lived up to it, obviously, as much as humanly possible. Caitlyn kind of, I feel like 3 or 4 years ago, nobody was really talking about WNBA cards except during the pandemic a little bit, 2020 Prism and, Ionescu's rookie and stuff. I think she's going to be a big part of the WNBA card hobby forever. And Paige is the next generation of that and probably getting a lot more hype than she would have got if Caitlyn hadn't, and Angel too, to a degree, hadn't been there the year before. So it's like anything with cards. Like, I think it would take years of Caitlyn struggling before it would affect majorly her market, in my opinion.
Fair enough, Tim. I mean, do you have anything to add to that, or do you think he pretty much hit the nail on the head?
No, I'm still trying to figure out where. So those cards came out in the 2024 Bowman draft, but nobody's seen them.
Yeah. Wait, they came out in the draft, like the actual cards
in that product.
Maybe they were redemption cards.
They got to be a redemption.
But somebody would have shown that they got the redemption card.
Unless, yeah. I mean, how many numbers did they do, though? Maybe they only did 10. Maybe they only did 20.
They probably did one for each draft in the first round.
So 30. So just 30 cards total. So, I mean, it's possible that people that got them that aren't on social media, just like so a lot of people always worry about where is the Steph Curry card, like the one card that has never showed up, or the LeBron James card from like 2000, was it 23 or 2003?
We're going to talk about
2003. Is that what we're calling it now, Rod?
No, 2003. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. It's been a long day.
I don't want y'all to ever talk about the way I talk, because Rod just said 2003 and also said surprise in the same episode.
Surprise.
Yeah, but it's never surprise.
2003.
Dude, I have my own language. If you guys haven't realized this, it goes back when I used to have my conversation with Don and Ross. It's back in the day.
Don and Ross. Yeah,
they're twins. Yeah,
they're from
Detroit.
Yeah.
It's because it's you played at Blue Mountain State, correct? Is that where the D3 school you played at?
Yes, exactly who I played there. So I feel like you're foreshadowing to something there, my friend. But okay,
dude,
let's talk about Steph Curry.
Okay, let's talk about Steph Curry,
because I want to know y'all opinion on this. You got the number, the data, right? Did I send it to you?
The Steph Curry data? You sent me the Michael Jordan, Kobe data.
Oh, I sent you the Steph Curry data last time.
Do you not have the data ready? Rod, what are you doing?
Apparently nothing. Nothing right this week. Tim keeps yelling at me for something. One or another. Tim also sends me a lot of gibberish. So
that's fair. That is fair.
Well, while you look up that data on the Steph Curry card, I'll give you some high rises in who are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basketball cards prices going up right now, you think, Cary?
Offhand? Rory Sparrow, Joe Barry Carroll. That'd be 1, 2, right?
Who to what?
Rory Sparrow and Joe Barry Carroll.
No.
Dude, Joe Barry Carroll was a #1 draft pick. You don't know who he is?
No.
Okay. Let's for real. Okay, for real going up.
You caught me off guard. I thought you were talking about Bill.
No, I'm playing the name game at the worst possible time.
So you sent me the Steph Curry thing. You just said you want to talk about the Steph Curry card.
That's going up right now. Would it be draftees from this year's draft?
No.
Luka?
Who would be going? It's like
Cade Cunningham is the highest riser right now. His cards are up 8.5.
It's like the dead of the offseason. It's a weird one to try to guess and gauge.
Nikola
it's whatever
Jokic,
was. The Joker.
Benedict Mathurin, Brandon Miller, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That was a weird one to be thrown
in there, right?
He
played football for the Dolphins. That's odd.
Here's some interesting football. Shedeur Sanders, according to this, I'm reading right now, his cards are up 21.4% in the last 30 days.
Makes sense after his performance in preseason.
So why do you think those guys are going up? Cade is just because they had such a great season. The Pistons came back from...
I don't know how they started following this guy, but they never spell check their graphics. So it says Dijon Robinson's cards are up 10.94%. Trey Lance's cards are up 12.57%.
I mean, they were at the bottom of the barrel, so you can go up from there.
You know.
So
Yeah, the Cowboys are winning 2 games either way. Put whoever you want at quarterback. It doesn't
he's
really
not the
matter.
Cowboys.
Look, the guy was.
He's
making
not on the
fun of
Cowboys
me.
anymore?
No, he's in San Francisco.
No, he's
No,
in
it's in
Chargers.
Chargers. That's it. It
Wow.
was a California team.
Yeah, we were all off, but Rod, for the record, was the most off. Still thinking it was 21,
I was the closest
21.
one. I was the closest one.
He hasn't been on the 49ers in like 4 years, dude.
At least I was in the same state.
Shout out to the guy who told me
fair.
that warming Bernabelle was not hot as hell. His cards are up 25.72% in the last 30 days.
Still one of your best Chris Berman moments ever. Hot as hell, Bernabelle. I love that one. Send that to Berman.
Hockey is tough, guys. Hockey is tough.
Try to pronounce
One,
the names.
2, 3, 4
You should
out
just-
of the top 6 high rising cards right now are guys who aren't even in the league.
Yeah, no, do this, Tim. Send him the graphic. Send Rod the graphic, and let's have Rod read us the names.
They're
no,
easy.
hockey
They're easy
players.
names. This guy is the worst when it comes to his graphics. It says Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Cosby.
Is he doing? He might be doing this on purpose. He might be trolling.
You might want to check his research then if everything else is off. Have you confirmed this? Have you cross-referenced this at all?
Cross-reference it with who? Market movers? I don't want to have to do that.
Well,
Did you find the Steph Curry information?
Bro, I keep telling you, you only sent me a thing saying you want to talk about Steph Curry. You never sent me the information.
Okay.
Well,
Do you have the information in front of you, Tim? You just want to talk about it?
It's all in my mind.
Okay,
just
well,
say
then get
it,
out of
riff
your
it.
mind. Yeah.
Riff it.
Hold
Free your
on.
mind, dude. Just say what you're thinking.
Let's talk about the Michael Jordan Kobe card. That's sold for a record of $4.3 million.
Is it 4.3 or 5.3?
5.3 million dollars.
Are you guys paying attention to this? Because I don't pay attention to this. I don't care at all because I don't 5 point. It's all anything above like $120 is like made up money at that point for me.
Bro, you sold a Caitlyn Clark card for $40,000. What are you talking
Yeah, and
about?
I still can't comprehend that. I got the money and everything, and it's still surreal.
What's crazy is that card wasn't even autographed.
The crazy thing is,
I didn't even realize a bank could hold that much money.
Your bank did
I've
it.
learned a lot.
Rejected it. It was like, this can't be right. Must be an error. It's a reject.
Reject.
No, it's real. It's legit, guys. I can take it. So, but it's just absolutely insane, man. That card's going for that. So, all right, I got a question for you. And Brian Gray brought this up in his podcast.
I have the information whenever you're
Okay,
ready.
go ahead. I'll go back to that. Go ahead.
Okay. So on Twitter, which neither one of these guys seems to understand the importance of participating.
Dude, I have Twitter. Do you know what happened? I got a new phone. I'm locked out, and I can't get back in. So I've been working.
It happened to me before once too, because I had Twitter many years ago, and then I didn't use it, and the email that was attached to my old Twitter name was no longer an email that existed anymore, so I couldn't retrieve it. So that's why I'm Tim Walk on Water 2 on Twitter. And
why aren't you over the years on there?
well, because I started Twitter originally for Authentic in the Beard, which is getting ready to launch its 7th season now this year. So excited about that. And
So you were working
anyways,
on water back then.
Well, no, Tim Walk on Water was a nickname I got in high school because I used to do 1 minute keg stands and other things at the same time and still go to school and
score 4 touchdowns and win the state championship in
Albert
1968.
Einstein,
all that stuff.
high school
Yes,
football
gotcha.
legend.
Okay. Yes.
So, anyways, I digress. I don't have no idea where that. Oh yes, Twitter. That's why. Okay, so on the Twitter sphere, which is now called X.
Yeah, welcome.
Nobody calls it X.
know,
Anyways,
it's
so they erupted the other day. So apparently somebody pulled on the evil black and yellow W 2014-15 Prism Basketball 1/1 Steph Curry. Okay? That got pulled. Not a rookie card, not an autograph, not even first year Prism. And Fanatics Collects puts out a tweet saying that it was worth $500,000. And it erupted into amount of controversy and debate
Should
about
they
what
even
that
be
card
doing
is
that?
worth. Exactly.
Like,
So they're putting in an evaluation, basically. Now, I feel like they edited this because now it says it could be worth upwards of $500,000.
Hmm. Possibility.
So, listen. Now, what makes you think? Why would they say that? Are they trying to get that card in their auction?
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, their biggest competitor is Golden Auction House right now, and if you don't remember, like 6 months ago, Ken Golden came out and offered like a bounty on any cards over $10,000 or more.
Is
Offered to pay
Fanatics
the breaker.
Collects already like a real big competitor to Golden? I would consider just offhand Golden being much bigger at the moment, at least with actual. I don't follow the high end auction market though, so I don't know.
So where do you think they sold the Paul Skeens card? Was it on Golden Auction House?
Well, but that was a Topps card though, right?
Okay. Still.
But $500,000 seems like a crazy number, no?
Where they sell the Jaden Daniels? Who negotiated the Jaden Daniels deal at Fanatics Fest? It wasn't even a Topps product, and they negotiated. Michael Rubin and negotiated the deal pretty much with the owner of the Commanders for the card, which is a Panini card.
Well,
so
yeah,
somebody on
that's
Twitter,
not an auction though.
Somebody on Twitter retweeted this, which is kind of what like fueled this controversy even a little bit more. Said that people that don't do high end need to stop having an opinion on high end cards. While the value is a tad subjective, this undoubtedly and most conservatively is worth $100,000 plus. Anyone who's saying it's $50,000 to $70,000 is utterly clueless. What are your thoughts on that?
My thought is anybody giving it a valuation before it goes to auction is just guessing. That's my and he doesn't have any more knowledge on what a card will go for than anybody else, than Fanatics. I mean, you can have an idea, and then here's the thing about your educated guesses, especially on a one-of-one from a random product of his, not a rookie or anything. It's a guess. It's an estimation based on maybe some education, but he doesn't know, I think, any more from anybody else.
So you don't have
to go for more, could go for less.
You don't have to sell high-end cards to have an opinion of high-end cards. Just because someone didn't play professional football doesn't mean they can't coach professional football. Right? You don't have to be on the field to actually be an expert and know that. Or you can be an expert in the card industry or have a pulse on the market because you study the market. So I would say, with that being said, I think there is some truth behind it, because if he's referring to the 90% of people that just make comments that aren't making an educated comment, yeah, 100%. They're just throwing stuff out there and stuff like that.
That's
but
true.
the at the end of the day, you can't value a card without putting up the auction to see what it actually sells for, because that's going to give you the true value of what two people are willing to pay for that card.
I mean, like, if you had that card and you wanted to sell that card, now you're in an interesting situation, no? Because now it's like, Fanatics Collects just told me my card's worth upwards $500,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is this kind of goes into the play of how we've talked about this before, about how different parallels are, have a higher demand, right? Like, and there's so many different one-on-ones. There's superfractors, there's black finites, there's, nebulas and supernovas. I don't even know, some solar system parallel of some sort, exactly. Right? So a black pulsar, PSA 10 of that card, which I'm assuming is a one-on-one, sold in December of 2024. How much you think that sold for? This is PSA 10, another 101 from the same product, but is the black pulsar.
75,000.
30. I don't
know. It sold for 27,000.
Okay.
So now we're throwing out a $500,000 evaluation on a one-on-one card from the same product that's not graded, and with that data you have, like, that seems reckless, no?
So it depends on who's throwing out the data. If it's someone who works on their social media team that's just making up that assumption based on general information of the thing, trying to put out something that's going to get a lot of clicks, a lot of views, or maybe they're trying to entice someone to come. Try to put in that market. But here's the thing: is like, from an overall business perspective, what is the number one rule in business? Undervalue, overdeliver, right? Yes. So if you tell someone, hey, we think this, I'm posting social media, we think this card is worth $500,000, and I bring it to your auction, it sells for $100,000, I'm going to be quite pissed off at the situation, and you will never see my business again. or I would be making a big social media video and all this other stuff about that. So I don't know. It's hard to say. What I would normally do if that was the case, I pulled that card. I would actually take that card and I would pit it against Golden Auction House, Heritage, all these different Sotheby's, and.
But why? What makes that card so much in demand? What would make that card in demand? It's a Steph Curry 101, right? Non-rookie year, non-first year Prism. Like, I don't understand what would make that card like auction worthy, right?
Same thing with
it's auction worthy in my opinion because it's a one-of-one of one of the most popular players in the world. There's international desire for that card, but $500,000, worthy is a totally different ball game. I mean, 500,000. What are you getting for a five? You're getting graded old school legends at that price, right? Like,
what's a Jordan rookie sell for?
Depends on the grade.
What grade Jordan rookie could I get for $500,000 right now?
Oh, you can get any grade Jordan rookie for $500,000. I mean, even
so what are we doing here? Are we telling me that a 101 non-rookie Steph Curry Prism is the same as a PSA 10 Michael Jordan rookie?
So what I think the problem is that it comes down to the actual collector and who's buying these cards. So before this podcast, I actually pulled up the PSA numbers. The PSA numbers and grading across the board has pretty much been up in the month of July, except for I think SGC and CGC had a slight dip, but Beckett was up 19%. I think PSA was up 17%. But the key number of everything in there is, I guess, year after year right now, they're at up 37% overall. But of all the cards that have been graded, they said 75% of those cards were modern cards. So that goes to show you that there's a higher demand for the modern cards. And I will tell you one thing. If you put a Michael Jordan rookie card up next to any Kaboom, Downtown, Black Finite, anything from an IOP, just eye appeal, I could see the huge difference between the two. Like, that card's gonna look so much better. Eye appeal for the younger generation. Those cards are gonna look boring. I mean, market movers, I think, was a sports investor. They did a Teapot did a whole thing on how the cards look in there.
Teapot?
This is nickname, yeah,
okay.
On there and stuff like that. But he did a whole thing about Jeff's son. They went out and looked for cards, and Jeff wanted to get a Joe Montana rookie card for an investment card, and his son's that card looks boring. I want something else. And that's really true with the current collection of people coming up. I would even say too, stuff in my personal collection, the modern cards look so much better than the old school cards, even when they have old school players in modern product. I'd rather have those cards.
There's a big difference between 1980, I believe, unlicensed Joe Montana rookies and 96, 97 metal, or 97, 98 metal universe. Those look amazing and they hold up.
I'll give you that.
So, I mean, there's just kids are going to be nostalgic for their era. It's a tale as old as time. Everybody who probably was into to Dizzy Vance or what's the guy that the guys in the 30s and 40s, Lou Gehrig. I mean, the big guys are still popular, but I'm talking about the second tier of guys, maybe Harmon Killebrew or somebody like that. A lot of the people who collected those guys may have passed away at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as good 500 home runs as that player was, just the collection. This is what happened with Howdy Doody toys in the collectible market, right? The people who collected Howdy Doody, they're older now. They're not, or they've passed away, and there's no connection, with that
stamp
toy
collecting
anymore.
Yeah,
stamp collecting. Yeah, that is something that totally pretty much went away because for whatever reason, our generation and maybe even the generation before us didn't really heavily get into it.
Well, so let me ask you this: stamps, if you showed somebody a Michael Jordan rookie, right? That let's say for the sake of conversation, ungraded, but it's not like it's beat, right? It could get anywhere between a 7 and a 10, okay? And you held that up against a Victor Wembanyama 101 Kaboom, and you polled 100 people. What do you think would be the percentage of people that picked Jordan versus Wemby?
If they're card people, you'd be specific. Are we talking about random people or just card people?
Card people. At a card show, you did that. You asked, and let's say a nice variety of age and stuff like that.
And the card had the same value?
No, that's what I'm saying. Dude, you don't have.
So you said it's a Michael Jordan graded. Right? What was it graded?
Let's say Michael Jordan raw, but it's a good Michael Jordan raw rookie. So let's say
I'm taking the 101 Victor Wembanyama every day. Kaboom, and I make fun of Kaboom. That's rare. That's
Really?
only, yes, over an ungraded Michael Jordan. I would
Because-
probably do it over most grade Jordans because
Okay,
there's
let's
more
say
available.
this then: 101 Wemby Kaboom versus a PSA 9 Michael Jordan. Which one are you taking?
I don't know.
The upside for the Wemby could be 10x compared to Jordan. Just
Have you
based on
seen
the-
what Wemby's cards, the graph of Wemby's cards recently?
Yes, but I'm saying is the upside to Wemby going forward is Jordan's not playing unless Jordan does something crazy in the media or does some crazy.
I'm
else.
shocked.
That's a good question because I'm not a Kaboom guy or anything. Or I mean, like they're cool. I just
But I
don't
mean-
usually deal with them. I would probably take the Kaboom too, and just because like I don't know, I feel like there's more upside. I could be totally wrong though.
I think
I
the
agree
safe
with
play
Rod.
is the Jordan, 100%, Tim. The safe play is Jordan. But if you're buying that card with the potential, knowing he's coming back off the blood clots now, coming back to play next year, and potential be the most dominating force in college, in pro basketball next year, like there's a lot of upside for him. Can you imagine if he starts winning some championships of that?
And I want to be clear. I want to be clear. Like if I'm getting that 1 of 1, he has a real good game this season. It's gone. I'm not like I'm not holding this card.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking about investment here.
See, for me, I'm no question asked, without hesitation, I'm taking the Jordan rookie PSA 9.
I want a Jordan for my collection, so I would take the Jordan for my collection. But if I'm taking it from a business standpoint, what I could potentially flip to make money on, the Jordan is a safe bet. But Wemby would have a lot more upside just based on his potential and how his market at once was. So
that's crazy to me. I'm kind of shocked that you guys both went that direction.
Yeah, I would think I wouldn't be that way either.
So you think more than 50% of the people that you put that in front of, that 50% of them would take the Wemby over?
Part of it to me is that, and I don't know what the pop. I don't do PSA, so I don't know what the pop is of any of this stuff. But like, I feel like a PSA 9 is something I could get another time if I guess wanted to invest in it or get it. Whereas like a 1 of 1 Wemby is a one. I mean, of a Kaboom, you're making it like very interesting to me.
That's
like,
what I mean. I think it's an interesting.
Almost any other
choice.
Victor Wembanyama, other than like I don't know whatever the finite 1 of 1.
Because
like,
they
I would
have
probably say
Kabooms. Wembanyama has Kabooms, right?
Do they have 1 of 1s? I know they have golds, right? I don't know anything about that, but
I don't either. So maybe it's like
I'm also like,
I'm sure people could be in the comments.
I am
there
one
is
of the
no
people,
such thing as a 1-on-1 Wemby.
This is gonna sound crazy
they
to me, but like I don't have a big connection to the Michael Jordan rookie in general. I think it's iconic, but I've seen it so much. I don't know. I don't care if I ever have one. I'm just as interested in Charles Barkley's 1986-87 rookie, and it's worth a lot less.
My thought process, Tim, the fact that I see people. There's a demand for Trey Lance Kabooms, and people are out there buying them and flipping them for profits, and they're selling for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Trey Lance Kabooms right now?
Sell $400 right now.
No way.
Dude, last comp was sold on August 17th for $399. One sold on August 17th for $410. One sold on August 17th for $349. One sold at auction was a PSA 9 for $205.
This is what preseason football will do.
But I'm just saying this.
Good game this week? Yesterday?
But here's the thing: is like this is what I'm talking about. Even before that, though, they were selling for $200. You know what I mean? So the fact that the Kaboom market is so strong that people will collect and buy any type.
It feels dirty that we're talking about Kabooms and their value. I'm just going to be honest. It feels weird because now I'm looking it up and I don't like it.
Is your phone broken now? Your phone's not going to like it. It's just rejecting it.
It's like, did you mean Terry Steinbach rookie card? That's probably what it's asking me.
All right, so go. All right, since we're talking about big cards here, let's go back to what I was saying earlier. So I was listening to the Brian Gray podcast, and he brought up a very interesting fact. So he was buying cards at the National, and he had a Caitlyn card come up to his table, and I think they wanted like close to like $100,000 for his card or something like that. And he said that he had a little mental breakdown because he literally had to just figure out if he wanted to buy or not. And a big factor I don't think we ever talk about, and Tim, you're a big factor. I mean, you are a big advocate for women's sports.
Tim,
all
big
the time,
factor
right?
too.
Yeah, well,
Tim is a
debatable.
big factor.
White cheddar, aka big factor.
White cheddar. The big factor. I love it.
But one thing that he said was something he never considered before is what happens if she gets pregnant? If she gets pregnant, she's going to be all
plays basketball when she's pregnant.
No, but she'll be out of the sport for about a year.
No.
She miss, dude. She's not going to play in the court being pregnant, buddy.
I mean, I just read in a story about a woman in the professional softball league who played last season pregnant.
Maybe a couple months and stuff like that, but she's gonna have to take time off with her kid. I mean, this is a legitimate thing. He's like, he broke down. He's like,
It's a stupid thing to say.
No, it's not a stupid thing, dude. Because
in my opinion, it's a stupid thing to say.
Why is it stupid? Because if you're investing someone just bought one for $660,000, and if she gets pregnant and doesn't play for the next year or something like that, what's going to happen? Is she going to take a year off and come back to play in the elite level and still be the same level?
She's going to. Well, I would imagine a woman who's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Plans her pregnancy around the season as best as possible.
Do you know how long your wife was pregnant for 9 months, buddy? It's gonna be, you can't plan around the season at that point in time.
Well, how long is the WNBA season?
4 months, 5 months.
Okay, yeah. So you miss maybe the first month of the season, first 2 months of the season.
It's more than that, man. What happens if she has complications, everything else? All I'm saying is he made the point. He's like, hey, they're together for 7 years right now. They're in a serious relationship. He's like, at some point in time.
The fact that this is going through your mind when you're buying a car is crazy to me.
No, it's not
then she's off for a year and she comes back. How is that going to...
But, dude, a lot of the games, a lot of sports are literally... football comes down to inches.
Dude, she's going to be in the news. She's going to,
right? Like, that's the other thing, too. Like,
she's not,
imagine if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were having a baby. Travis Kelce's cards are going to go through the moon.
Yeah. I mean,
we're going to be talking a lot about Caitlyn Clark in that 9 months and afterward. I mean, there's
her card
argument that her card market would go up, possibly.
Yeah. Her cards are here. She's barely playing this year, and she's playing like crap, and her cards are still selling. So if she got pregnant, like... That's what is mind-boggling to me is that, like, if you really thought it out and you're a card dealer and a card buyer and a card seller and you sat there and thought that there would be a negative impact on her card value based on her being pregnant, like, then you're obviously not really good at your job.
Why?
Yeah, I'm going to second what Tim said because I like how Tim said that.
All women's sports, as the prices start to rise on cards, that's got to be a legit concern for people.
No,
I mean, for those people, here's the thing. Yeah, Tim's right. If this is a legit concern for you people, stop it. Stop it. Because it's stupid. That is. I agree. I think it's stupid. Well, I don't think because it has nothing to do with performance on court. It's not. But it's not really going to affect anything.
You take a year off from the sport, and
but
then
Caitlyn Clark is not going to be out of sight, out of mind if she.
Okay, maybe she's a bad example, but I'm saying just generally speaking. But I mean, is that a factor going that like for people to consider as these prices rise? Like, what happens to that car now? What happened if it was up to like Jordan Kobe prices, where that car now goes for millions of dollars instead of hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like, that's a lot of money put on the line, knowing that they could potentially be out for a year. Taking time off.
Well, like that one guy said, we as bargain boxers probably shouldn't be discussing the high end of the market. We don't know. But with like the $3 to $6 flips we're doing, we'll be fine. Probably.
No, we'll be fine. Absolutely. But I thought it was a very interesting take on it.
It is kind of an interesting take because it's ridiculous. I'm curious to know what the comments are on that.
Yeah. I mean, I go back and look at it. But I mean, also too, then he also
or what the comments here in the podcast are about the topic.
I also thought this was interesting too. He's like, why? I mean, the amount of money she makes in WNBA, it's pretty much nothing. She gets all her money from sponsorships and stuff like that. Would she even want to come back to playing basketball at that time? Because since she's already such a high profile thing, like you said, she'll still be in the news. Being a mom now, she has probably so many more opportunities for sponsorships and everything else.
Yeah, she probably loves playing basketball.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? I agree with you on that one. I just thought it was a very interesting take.
It is an interesting take for sure because it's like that thought never crossed my mind before.
I know, me either. That's what
I've never thought that either. It's never crossed my mind.
But it's never really been an issue because previously, nothing against women, their cards have not really had the growth they had as they do in the last year or two that we've seen, and now we're starting to see these massive increases in the price of cards.
It's also interesting because I literally showed the story I was talking about to my wife yesterday. And I thought it was a fascinating story that this woman had played an entire season pregnant,
crazy.
In this professional softball league. Like, I mean, I know it's probably like a little bit less contact, obviously, than what you're going to see in basketball.
What position did she play? Do you have any idea?
I think she was a pitcher.
That makes more sense to me, yeah. So she's not. I mean, she's pretty much on the mount, not to worry about stuff. Don't have to worry about playing at home. Being a catcher, getting plowed over or anything like that. Like, I just thought that was interesting, but I don't know. So Cary, just don't get pregnant, and we won't have this conversation on the podcast here. Right? We're good to go.
Yeah, no, I'm not making any guarantees.
Well, I guess we could battle it out. I mean, I know someone who likes to have some battles, and that's Bo Jackson, the battle arena.
Yeah, dude. In the arena, battles are allowed, and let's talk about it,
dude. They're taking over. Like the fact that it's huge.
Dude, I went. Did I tell you this story? I went and I know the days that the restocks happen at my local Targets and Walmarts.
Oh, you're one of those guys. You're one of the scalpers.
No, I'm not. I'm not like going. I don't really care enough to like be there exactly on time. But I usually like to go on those days. And I timed it, I guess, this time where the guy was still there. I was actually annoyed because I'm like, he's gonna think I'm bugging him, and I want to go look at what's available, right? But anyway, he was super friendly. I didn't bug him, but he was. I don't know. He was curious about what I was buying, and then he mentioned that the Battle Arena blasters were. He was delivering some, not to that Target, unfortunately, but to other places where they were starting to come out. And I'll tell you, the second I see a Battle Arena blaster, you better believe I'm opening one or two or five.
You're the one who told me that they're coming to Target.
Yeah, I think they're coming to Target or wherever they're
going. I told you that, yeah.
Well, no, you told me, but Cary told me he saw the guy from
that's what I'm talking about.
The restock.
Yeah, he said that he didn't have it at that Target, but I think that exact day he was dropping some off at some locations, I guess Targets. So
for the viewers out there who don't know what we're talking about, Bo Jackson started a TCG game called Bo Jackson's Battle Arena, and what they're doing is they're signing former players like Cordell Stewart,
current players too.
Yeah, like they have like Paige Beckers. They have Paige Beckers in it too.
Tons of current players.
Like, and then what they're doing is they're literally throwing in autographs, everything else. But it's cool is they're literally giving like these like nicknames for the players and all this other stuff, putting autograph cards in there. But man, they literally took over part of the national. Like, I was shocked how much space they had.
They went from, and me and Tim were there last year, they went from a banner. Remember that, Tim? A banner in Cleveland, which I thought was like, I saw it, I'm like, is this real? Because like it did not seem like it was going to be a thing that would work, in my opinion, at that time. And you're right. They had a huge part of that area for vendors or whatever, for companies. They had a big area.
Listen.
This year.
The numbers on the Bo Jackson Battle Arena cards are crazy.
Oh, absolutely insane.
What is it? I was trying to find the one that I sent you guys.
The Bo Jackson 101 Topps card sold for $3,300 or something like that.
21. So his 2025 Topps Chrome Bo Jackson Superfractor Auto, albeit somebody like an idiot. Stop grading 101s, okay?
I feel attacked.
I did okay.
You didn't grade it personally.
Yeah, I got you.
Golden graded it. But yes, don't grade 101s. Stop being stupid. Graded a PSA 7, okay? Sold on August 3rd for $2,100. On that same day, the Bo Jackson Battle Arena 101 card, not even an autograph. Not even an autograph. Non-numbered, sold for a whopping $28,000.
Who was it graded?
No, not graded, not autographed. 101 Bo Jackson Battle Arena.
Is it possible that the Battle Arena people bought that at auction?
No, and see, this is you brought it up because people want to talk crap about Gary V inflating, like the Gary V people inflating the prices of V Friends, right? Yeah. But how come nobody says that about Bo Jackson and Battle Arena?
I just did. As I was asking the question.
That's why I said it's a good question.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think that. I don't think that this is not politics. I don't think people are manipulating the markets like as much as people would like to think they are.
I mean, if I had a 101 card, I would want to go buy my own 101 card. And we see a lot of players do that.
Okay, so that's different.
Yeah,
though.
I'm just saying. But
You're
I'm just saying
market manipulation.
I never said market manipulation. I just said I just was assuming if maybe they were trying to buy it. But is crazy.
This is just one example. I mean, it doesn't mean any of the other cards necessarily are doing.
They are. They're doing the on card autos. But that's the other thing too. Is the autos. I think there's a lot of factors that play into this. This is the TCG sports card connection here, which is brilliant, right? And
which is something that's been missing. Can we talk about how much that's been missing from this marketplace? The
Who
bridge
thought
the
Bo
two.
Jackson and the crew with the Battle Arena were going to be the people to fill the need there? That's interesting.
Because think about this. Like, I'm assuming that
Maybe
that card
Bo,
is the best card
Bo
you
knew
could
the whole
have in the
time.
game.
Can we say that? Bo just knew.
the whole time.
Bo knew, yeah.
Because
Bo
I'm
did
sure
know.
people are playing for money, right?
So at the national they had the world championship, and I think they gave away $250,000 to the championship.
So imagine if you invested $28,000 into this card, and you took that card and you took it to the national, the world championship, and then you won $250,000. Because I'm assuming that's the best card in the deck, the playing deck, right?
I don't think the one of one.
I think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how it works either.
Why not?
I think the one of one is more of a card element, not like a game playing element.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a game card. It's a game playing card.
Well,
I
yeah, but I don't know
Isn't
if
that
it has
what-
special
isn't that what-
powers.
Isn't that what Rod was? I mean, not Rod. Isn't that what Jesus Ray was saying when we were talking about Pokemon?
No, not quite. I don't think that's what.
Well,
what he was
Pokemon
saying.
doesn't do numbered cards, dude.
Yeah,
they don't do one of
sequence
ones.
cards.
They don't
But
do
they
anything
do.
numbered.
But I mean, they're the highest value card, though. It
Yeah, but
tends to
that's-
be one of the best playing cards
in
correct?
that particular TCG. But I feel like this. I don't know. This is a good question for
Yeah.
maybe some of the Battle Arena heads out there, which I know you guys are listening.
Yeah, shout out to the
How
Battle
do you
Arena
play the
head
game?
Spotify.
How do you play the game? Why do you play the game? Who do you play the game with? We want to know.
So the interesting thing, they just signed Ken Griffey Jr. to come on board, which is great. So that's once again the whole nostalgic factor of who they're signing and come on. I was able to get into the
they
pre-order.
need Gretzky. They need to do the whole Pro Star lineup from the
Well,
cartoon.
what
That's
was
what I
awesome
need.
is so I got into the pre-order for the Ken Griffey Jr. boxes for next year.
Gosh,
or end of
brag
this
about
year.
everything, brother.
Shut up. And then because I got into the pre-order, they're literally dropping a Tecmo Bowl series based on the Nintendo video game from the 90s, and you had to get into the Ken Griffey Jr. pre-order to be guaranteed a spot for those. So
They better have a
guaranteed
Christian Okoye in there if they're
Oh
doing
my god, he was a
Tecmo Bowl.
monster.
Because I
Literally,
know
guys
everybody
would
talks
bounce
about
off
Bo,
him.
but they forget about the Nigerian Nightmare.
Dude, he was a monster in that game, man. Just destroying people. People. I just remember just running through the line and people just bouncing off and flying 10 yards left and right, like absolutely insane. But I'm actually thinking about doing a Bo Jackson Battle Arena break on Dibdit Cards. I just don't know how well it'll go over. I think it'd probably go over. I don't know. Maybe I can get the boat. Maybe I gotta reach out to the Battle Arena guys. We need to get those guys in Dibdit Cards. I think that's the next step for us here. But we'll have
I
Leaf
think
on next week, by the way.
Yeah,
So
Dibdit Cards is a perfect place for a location.
Yeah,
For a Battle Arena.
it would be. But the interesting thing, guys, next week we're gonna have Leaf come on the podcast. So they have a lot of cool things coming up, and hopefully we'll get some Leaf product to be opening up in future Dibdit and podcast episodes here, which would be good. But
Bruh.
bro, what?
Preseason football is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see Stetson Bennett last night or yesterday?
No, I did not.
Okay, so Stetson Bennett threw like a preseason game-winning touchdown pass. So on July 23rd, the Stetson Bennett Contenders Cracked Ice rookie ticket auto, which is numbered to 23. How much do you think that sold for on July 23rd?
23, I'm going to guess $35. That's probably,
Rod?
I don't know. That seems high even.
$24.
$30.
Okay.
So you guys right in the middle of the two of you guys.
I actually won because I didn't go
And
over.
how much do you think that
We're not
that's
playing Price is Right
Yeah.
rules here.
How much do you think it
Chris
sold
wrong.
for yesterday?
Yesterday,
After the game-winning preseason touchdown pass.
$350.
$47.
$450.
Look, who understands the preseason hype game, Rod? You're still off buying
I'm telling
cases.
you, me and Cary were like, it was. I saw you too, Cary, at the. I think it was either the card shop or the card show. You picked up a Aeneas Williams autograph.
Hasn't done great for me. I still have it, but
Well,
but like
see,
I
but
saw,
like where
I
your
saw,
mind is at.
yeah, I saw him catch that touchdown. I'm like, and I couldn't really find one online that moment, but they're obviously still in bargain boxes at that $1, $2, $3 range. So,
Well, speaking about content, there's a big thing going around the internet right now that sports card content is dead. And I don't know if that could be farther from the truth. And I want you guys' opinions on it. I mean, like,
Do you want my opinion? Let's go with Cary's opinion first because I got an opinion.
Well, when
on
you're comparing, and this has been talked about ad nauseum, and even in this way that I'm talking about it, when you're comparing somebody's current numbers with their all-time like biggest video ever, it's not a really fair comparison. There's also, seasons for content creation that goes up and down. The National's big for everybody, obviously. There's just so many factors. Like sometimes people aren't producing their best content because they could be burnt out or they could be just not be producing as much content as they used to be. And also, I think another factor that's really important to understand with people saying like certain creators' content is going down, it might partially be because more people are making content, right? There's more competition out there. There's more, like, it's not that there's less people caring about content at the Nationals from certain creators. It's the fact that, think about this, like with, let's just say Card Collector 2 or whatever. If, let's say he had less on a certain couple videos, maybe it's because some of the people who would have watched his video now find bargain boxing videos, like something very specific within the National, like we're doing. Or maybe somebody who's just, let's say there's a dude going ham, just buying every box he sees, just opening packs with celebrities, just selling out. Let's say so there's somebody selling out at the National. Somebody might be into that kind of a video as well. So like there's a lot more variety to look. Yeah, it's like, well, we're in the nichification of a niche, right? I don't know if I really...
That's a bar right there.
Yeah, we're in the nichification of a niche. So as time goes on, there will be more sub-niches within the niche, and then the people, the 500, the 1,000 people who might have watched this video before will prioritize a further niched video, like about bargain boxing or about vintage or about buying boxes, which your videos, as much as I was teasing you, your videos were great, Rod. Like they were so exciting because it was not just so much what you were doing. It was just like, it worked because you were passionate about it. Like authentic. You could feel it was authentic. And that's what I think a lot of people want, is they want authentic, whether, I mean, it's me nerding out at a bargain box, same with Tim and doing it our different ways, or it's Rod, just being himself, just uncontrolled. Like it was your first National, you were controlled, but you know what I mean? Like it was like, oh dude, I got to get this. Like you were making not bad decisions, but you were making like, you were like, I got to buy this because when am I going to see it again kind of decisions, which makes sense, especially if you could do it. So, I mean,
think about all the people who've never been a National before, and Rod, they see Rod's videos at his first ever National. Like it's going to hit on so many different levels because it's going to hit on the level of, now I know I need to go.
I will say this, like, I watched Rod's video, and it was an example of a video I didn't know I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't really know I wanted to see a video like this. It reminded me of the old school National videos where the guys would just go, this is like 7-8 years ago, they just go around and film the booths. And it wasn't so much like in front of the booths talking. You didn't even really always know who the person was. It reminded me of that, but like, brought into 2025 with you in it and you explaining stuff and the story development. It was really good. I loved your videos.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. I mean, for me, like when I got to the National, I was so overwhelmed, and I was like, man, if I'm overwhelmed, I'm assuming anyone else that came here the first time is gonna be overwhelmed. And then I started walking around like, this stuff is so cool. Like I originally had a plan to go through the bargain boxes with you guys. I was gonna do, we're gonna play a game. We're trying to find as many case hits and as much as we possibly can. And I didn't dig through the bargain box to like day and a half into the National because I was so overwhelmed, and I just want to consume everything around me that my whole game plan went out the window. And I just was like, man, if I like this, I know other people like this. I want to show off the cool stuff here, which is completely different than what a lot of other people were doing. And not to mention those, like, I think I can say this for not just everyone here, but our audience that listens to the No Bangers. We are sick and tired of people putting out videos. They spent $50,000 in 4 hours at a card show. It's not relatable. There's only literally percentage of maybe 1% of people that go to card shows can actually do that. Or unless you're buying for repacks or you're buying for a corporation, or if you own a bunch of card shops, stuff like that. Like the average person that goes to a card store is probably buying cards between $50 or $25 to $200. That's probably
it's the telephone game.
Yeah.
It's like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Now, if it's authentic, like if you can feel the authenticity behind, let's say it's like a card shop and they're showing that they're pushing, maybe they're not, maybe this is just their standard amount they spend at a card show. I think it can work. A lot of times it feels like as they would say in the auction business, a pissing match. Who can, I'm going to get more videos more views in a video by saying I spent more money. And I think one thing me and Tim have proven is you can get views on a video. Like there's videos where I don't even spend $100, and it's just showing that you can find deals.
Authentic.
And obviously, yeah. And I'm not saying there isn't authentic videos of people spending $100,000. There is, but a lot of it just feels like it's just a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and people can feel that. It's just like sequels in movies. Like after you lose some of the soul behind what everything's about at some point.
I just want to give a full discllaimer. Like, we appreciate and understand how much hard
I
work
watch
goes
all
into
those videos, by the way.
Everyone's YouTube channel out here. So we're not sitting here to crap on anyone or talk bad about anyone's thing.
Well, I haven't talked yet. So.
Well, Tim hasn't talked yet, but no, I'm just generally saying we appreciate other creators because we understand like nothing's more frustrating than putting 6, 8, 10 hours into a video that you think is going to kill it, and then have that video perform.
Yeah, but how many of these people are putting in that hours into their video? They're not. They're paying somebody else.
There's also another thing where it's like we couldn't as and this is an interesting thing that I noticed this year, and hats off to him for creating this. But like, there's people who were producing several videos in a day. Hats off to them. But it was their crew. It was their social media team. And when you have that at a certain level, I think you can't help but lose a little bit of the connection. But you know what I mean?
Like, I'm producing videos that does everything himself.
I do, I think all of us do everything ourselves as well. Like, so, I mean, I'm at the National. If I had a video out the next morning, which I did, it's because I, after all that whole day, was able to edit something and put it out and try to get a little bit of sleep. That doesn't make me any better than anybody else, but I think that allows you to be more connected sometimes to the material because you're grinding to get it out.
I do want to say that to me, it's like, it's a weird bit of irony. Because the person who's putting out this video about sports card content being dead is making sports card content, right?
Exactly.
Like, you're entire, and the thing is too is like, like it's whack in my mind, right? In my opinion, it's whack. Like, bro, like your only reason why you're existing right now and you're popular right now is because you're basically using other people's content and talking bad about other people's content to fuel your own content. And the only reason why you're getting views right now is because the other people who are doing that aren't doing it anymore.
And here's the thing, like at some point, like I feel like you can't, like, I feel with a lot of and I watch the drama channel, so this is not even a negative. I don't care about them one way or another. They could do it. But I feel like at some point there's stuff like these channels don't have a dramatic thing happen in a week or two, right? So allegedly they're kind of fishing for stuff to talk about, right? Maybe this was a very pertinent thing to talk about, at this moment. But a lot of those videos after a while, like, you don't always have something groundbreaking and revolutionary to talk about. So you might push, in my opinion, like some topics, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like, who are you to count people's pockets? Like, you're basically counting people's pockets by trying to count how much revenue people are making, how many views they're getting. Like, it's like, who are you to be able to do that? And you're making sports card content. And he's like, sports card content is dying, but yet his views are going up.
So I think,
what are we doing here?
I think I think it's a good conversation to have because there are certain type of videos are dying. I think there is some truth about what he's saying. I think there's certain type of videos that are being produced that are either overdone or the audience is sick of it. That has like Cary said, has an expiration date on. But I'll give you a prime example. I have over 2 million views on my sports card channel. Right, in the last 90 days, 800,000 of those views came in the last 90 days. 856,000 views. So to sit there and say that my sports card, I'm giving you legit numbers. My channel is not dying. My channel is actually really taking off. But also, too, is when you go back and you look at their videos from, say, a year ago, 2 years ago, there is something, 80% of your views come from 20% of your videos. If you've been doing this long enough, you're going to have these videos going to hit. And those numbers are going to compound interest over every single month. Yeah. Like my biggest video on my channel has 400,000 views where I found the Tom Brady card at the flea market. But that video gets 20 to 30,000 views every single month right now. So that's adding up over time. But that doesn't mean that my other videos I put out aren't producing the same way. My other videos right now may be doing better than that video did originally.
They're also picking on easy targets. They're using channels and creators that that previously have been attacked and put under a microscope by other content creators who do the same thing, right?
Well, the
So
one
it's-
person we were alluding to, right? He did like the sports car content is dying video. I swear it was 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like just a variation. Now, why would anybody do that, right? As a content creator, why would you? It's because it was getting views, right?
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, and you may, and I'm sure he felt strongly about it. And I watched the videos; they're entertaining. But
I thought he did a good job with them.
yeah, I thought he did a good job. I have no
Yeah.
issue with the person at all.
I would say this. So why didn't you look at the overall numbers right now? So why pick out just certain videos? You're skewing the data to your benefit. So what
Exactly.
you should have did was, instead of going back and look, hey, this video from 2 years ago got 300,000 views. Now
You
your
need a
video that you did
real
last month-
in-depth look at Social
Correct.
Blade to really understand if a channel or a genre is dying or not. Because you need to
here's
know that you're right. There's old videos that are popping off. Also, like my videos pre-national were not doing as well, and it wasn't necessarily because of that. It was because maybe in my case, didn't find anything big at those shows. That's just me not getting the content needed to get views because I didn't find the stuff that's exciting. So there's so many various factors.
Just he
so
should look
many.
at the overview, the amount of views they were getting in the last 90 days compared to the previous 90 days, or some type of like, just to kind of to gauge the channel, kind of see where it's at. Like that was my biggest takeaway from it. There's other ways to actually approach it and go through, but the problem is like I'm watching other people create videos on this. I can't believe how many people don't fully understand the analytics on social media and analytics on how YouTube works. Like you need, I mean,
I don't even know.
But I would say this though too is I've been making videos for 4 to 5 years now because I started my picking punching channel first, which was garage sale content, and I would literally say it took me like about 2 years into it to I fully understand analytics and did deep dive, so I can understand how someone may not fully understand that, and there's a lot that goes into that.
There's also a natural life cycle to channels.
Just like a TV show.
Just like a TV show, people get tired of people of genres, and that's one of the cool things about content creation. It keeps you on your toes. How are you going to evolve to keep people's attention? Obviously, like, and we come from the garage sale niche, right? Like, if you're just doing a straightforward garage sale video in 2025, it might be harder to pop off. But back in 2019, when it was novel, right, it popped off. So, like, if you can evolve, and it might just be simple tweaks. You know, we're going to card shows, but we're focusing on what we're passionate about, and we didn't see enough of 2 years ago. And there was people doing it, but not enough for our liking of bargain boxing, right? And over time, there'll be people who probably make videos within the niche of bargain boxing in 7 different ways. I'm bargain boxing only to flip on Whatnot, only to flip on eBay. I'm sending everything to ComC. I mean, there's 3 different sub niches, so it goes on forever. We are, YouTube is cable TV on steroids, right? Like we can you could fall in love with a channel with 400 subs, but does exactly what you love and talks about exactly what you're interested in. And that makes it harder for these big people like Jeff and all those people. I mean, they're kind of going out. I'd imagine a lot of people watching them might just be casual people interested in sports cards, might not even be hardcore sports cards.
That's how you grow, though. You hit these plateaus throughout the process where like you get 3,000 subs, and then you're like you hit this plateau, and then like you have a video that breaks out, and then you get 10,000 subs now, and then like you struggle, and then you hit this video, boom, now you're 20,000 subs. Like that's
it's
how
also
YouTube
the same
works.
It's the same with views though too, and we all know this. Like you tend to grow to where your bottom line is about the same number. Like mine might be 4,000 or 5,000 on a video.
Yeah.
But you and me, we both proven like 300,000-400,000 on a video is possible too. And your ceiling grows over time.
Yeah.
If you hit the right thing, and your floor rises over time. So you may hit the floor, and that's a bad video. I mean, like we will be bummed out about a video that we would have been stoked about 2 years ago, right? Because it's just our expectations change over time.
And it's funny, it's like the Gary V video I did, it has maybe like 10,000 views, which I'm disappointed in, not because I put so much time and effort into it. I put probably 8 hours in that because I had a second camera there, which my brother was there for the national for 1 day, so he filmed on a cell phone. I had a GoPro, but there goes a lot into it. Like it's just that, but I wanted to do something different, and then I still have another, probably 4 or 5 more national videos that come out that
if we want to be creative. Like I'm known for doing retail shorts, like opening boxes. But if I wanted to do a a loot box TV style box opening, loot box, shout out my dude, I'm going to get way less views. So anytime you step, like a card collector too, he's going to get less views on his podcast videos, although they do really good, than maybe like a national video. So there's different styles of videos some of these creators are doing well as well. So a different style isn't going to perform as well as another style. I mean, there's a lot of nuance, and you really, like, overall, it's hard to say, like, based on the presence of some of the big creators, that they have not grown massively over the last couple of years. So maybe in different ways, maybe not necessarily on a YouTube level, but on a macro level, you know?
I just think that it could have been done differently. He may not look what the proper things to look for, you know what I mean, in that process. Yeah. But I watched a couple of stuff. I don't think it's bad, you know. So I'm not sitting there trying to shit on what he's doing or anything like that. Like, he found an interesting.
I respect the hustle of making videos.
I give him so much credit because he created one simple video that caused a ruckus throughout the sports card community, 100%. Which got a lot of people talking, and that's what you want to do and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, so Tim, we do have some members of the, and I know you're going to be coming out with a prospect video in the near future here for baseball. Yes. The near future.
As soon as I get back from Boston, I'm going to do one.
So make sure you guys do subscribe. We not only to
the. Are you going to wear like a smoking jacket and have your like mustache full curled?
Yes,
I might just wear like a baseball uniform with like stirrups and everything.
Just like a breaker, basically. Yeah, you're gonna look like a breaker at the National,
pretty much. But if you guys do not know, we do have a membership form here. If you guys want to become a member, the bargain box is just support the channel here. It's $1.99. For those that have a little extra discretionary income, we have $4.99. Be part of the value box. You get the podcast a day early, get a shout out here, and then the buy a case like this gentleman right here. You get all the behind the scenes, everything that goes on at the podcast, and we will be dropping some membership only video very, very soon. So please make sure you guys do subscribe. And we have a couple people here. Do you know their names, Tim?
No, I bought a case of Mott's fruit snacks. I'm down to the last couple of packs, by the way.
Well, that doesn't answer my question.
Oh yes, buy a case members. We got Todd Carteau.
Okay, I don't know if that's
Rod. Are you gonna try it this time?
Lodi sports cards.
Oh yeah, Lodi, you did it.
I did it right. I got it right.
So proud.
Ginger King Card Kingdom.
Yep.
Shout out to the king.
Left Coast Pickers.
Left Coast.
This guy has a box in his room that can be quite dusty.
Dusty Box Treasures.
Oh yeah. That's right.
And then we got some other members like the Tank.
The Tank. Frank
the Tank. That's my guy.
And are we missing one? I think we're missing one, aren't we? I'm trying to remember. It's my screen is frozen.
We gotten any like ex-pros yet? I'm waiting for when we could say we got like Pascal Perez.
Well, we could say allegedly.
I heard Pat McAfee was signing up for membership.
Allegedly,
not the one from the podcast. Just a guy. He's a roofer in Kansas City.
He's a roofer in Kansas.
Just generally in Kansas. I'm assuming. I don't know. Allegedly.
Are we missing somebody? There's one other person.
I don't know. My screen's frozen. So
how does your screen freeze?
My internet's kind of acting up. I don't know why, but like my YouTube was just spinning there.
Yeah.
For a second.
He's going to the other dimension now. Look at that.
Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, I saw the Matrix glitch.
Oh, I figured out the problem. I wasn't.
Dude, are we talking to AI, Rod?
No. I was on the wrong screen, so that probably doesn't help here. I think we got him. Oh no, Jordan Brown. That's the one we're missing.
Brown.
Yeah,
good old Jordan.
Number chaser. I love
bad Jordan Brown.
Baddest man this side of town.
Yes.
All right. Well, you guys have any final words?
Chad, can you tell the people who watch No Bangers Sports Card Podcast how great of a podcast the No Bangers Sports Card Podcast is, and where we rank amongst other sports card podcasts?
Absolutely. So to all the listeners out there who haven't tuned in yet, the No Bangers Sports Card Podcast is a fantastic listen, especially if you're into sports cards and the whole collecting scene. It's basically one of the go-to podcasts for folks who want a mix of insight, bit of humor, and some really down-to-earth discussions about the hobby. In terms of ranking, you guys are definitely carving out a name. Among sports card podcasts, you're right up there in the mix. Maybe not number one globally just yet, but you've definitely got a solid following and a growing reputation. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks,
Good.
Chad.
There we go. See,
Chad's the
ChatGPT
man.
Yeah, he
Chad's
knows
so
what's going on.
encouraging.
All right. Well, with that being said, all right, get them in here, guys. Oh, actually, come hang out. We got a bunch of breaks on Dibdit Cards tonight. I'm breaking football. Don Russ Elite. So 2025.
Ooh, we got to talk about that.
About what?
Well, what do we got to talk about?
Cary, sometimes I feel like I comment on Cary's and Rod's content, and they don't reply to their own podcast mates' comments.
I apologize.
I try to hide your comments.
It's okay.
I thought you were blocked. I thought you were blocked from my content. My bad.
How many rookie cards did you get out of your Dominus Elite Blaster?
1. I got
What
one.
did we talk about on the podcast a couple weeks ago?
I do not remember.
Short printing rookie cards.
Oh, is it short printed? Are they
I
short
don't
printed?
know. But
We'll find out tonight, guys.
I didn't get a base one either. That was the weird thing. No base ones, but I did get the Disco-y green, and it was a Will Howard, so I was happy with it.
And they were their pro uniforms.
Yeah, that's what I was excited about, and they look good. The Elite product, in my opinion, look really solid. So.
And heads up, there are NILs in this as well.
And Don Russ too.
Are there?
Yeah, it's elite. Just say elite. Don't
Just say don't
Don
say
and Russ,
any,
bro.
anytime.
They're twins.
You're gonna confuse the people. It's elite. Just say elite. They'll understand. But yes, NIL is in elite as well. I saw Donruss Elite.
It's like when people say
Manny
Panini
autograph.
Prism. You ever hear people or like listings that say Panini Prism? We just say Prism.
All right. Well, I need to go back and look at the checklist. So, but good thing you told me that. So that'll be the night I pull one. All right, get him in here, guys. Let's end this.
All right. No bangers on 3. 1, 2, 3. No bangers.
No bangers. You better have done it.